This is supposed to be a perfectly stable cream, but look at what happened. And honestly, this is the one of the best things that can happen to you as a formulator, because when your formulation fails, you get the opportunity to find out whether you actually understand what you're doing. And this is exactly why I tell people that making skincare is not just about following a formula, because when a formulation fails, you need to understand what is happening inside the product. Otherwise, you're just guessing. In this video, I'm going to show you the seven major reasons, or I'm going to talk you through the seven major reasons why your cream can separate. And I'm going to use this failed emulsion. Yes, my emulsion actually failed in this formulation. This failed emulsion to show you how I actually troubleshoot it. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're just seeing my channel for the first time, my name is Select Khalil and I'm a skincare formulator. Now, I am going to talk you through the reasons why your cream is separating. That means there's water on the bottom and there's the oils on the top, or there's the oil on the top, on the bottom, and then there's water on the top. Basically an unstable cream, right? But I'm going to do this while I formulate this particular product that made me create this video, right? At this point, everything was going on smoothly. I had my phases prepared. Um, my water phase was coming on very well. Here, I was just adding my water into my beaker, and this was a pilot batch. I had done the pilot batch actually. This was like a scaled batch. So I had done the pilot batch for this product. That is where I test out the system, test out the formula, try and see what can go wrong and all of that. And at the pilot stage, everything came out great. The cream was stable. I also tried to use it to pro mix a product and it came out beautifully well. Now, I decided to scale the formula to a bigger batch, which is this is a 2 kg batch, right? And like I said, everything was coming on very, very beautifully. My water phase was coming well. Here, I was just taking out water from the water phase to hydrate some of the water soluble ingredients that I'm going to be working with. And everything was coming on very, very beautiful until I noticed that my emulsion was not emulsioning. Now, there could be a lot of different reasons why this happened. There could be different reasons why your skincare formulation or your emulsion can fail, right? But first of all, let's talk about what an emulsion actually is. An emulsion, right, is not stable simply because you added an emulsifier, right? And this is reason number one. Reason number one is an inappropriate or insufficient emulsifier system, right? The emulsifier has to be compatible with your oil phase. It has to be compatible with your water phase. It has to be compatible with your processing conditions and basically the overall structure you're trying to create. Do you understand? And this is one of the differences between when you're copying a formula and when you actually understand formulation. Number two is your oil phase and water phase are not properly balanced. An emulsifier is not working in isolation. No, An emulsifier needs other things to help it create that structure that you're looking for. Now, the amount and the type of oil you're trying to emulsify affects the entire system. And that's why when I give you formulas, I tell you follow the formula just as it is written. And if there are any substitutions, I will tell you. Because if you go on and say, oh, because I can't find this particular ingredient, let me just use this oil, or let me use that oil, you will definitely end up with a different system or structure at the end of the day. You can have what looks like a perfectly good formula on paper, and you will still end up with an unstable product if the system is not designed as a whole. Do you understand? This is again the architecture of your structure, right? Number 3 is incorrect processing temperature. Now, this one is one that a lot of people overlook. They feel like you just heat your oil and your water and just mix them together and you've created an emulsion. That's not how it works. If your phases are not sufficiently heated, or if your emulsifier isn't properly processed, you may not develop the structure that you need. And just simply blending harder or trying to whisk your cream for a longer period of time will not solve the problem. Sometimes it even makes it worse. It makes the system unsalvageable, if that makes sense, right? And number 4 is an inadequate emulsification. The goal here, right? The goal is not just to mix the ingredients together. You're trying to create and maintain a dispersed droplet structure. So your equipment, the kind of equipment that you use, that's your blending, your emulsifying stick, or your immersion blender, or whatever kind of blender that you're using, is very important. The share that you're using, that is how much speed you are putting into the batch, is very important. Your processing time, right? It's not just to say blend for 5 minutes, blend for 10 minutes. No, depending on the quantity or the volume of products that you're working with, that will determine how long you will blend or how much share you will need, right? So your processing time is very important. The point at which you introduce different ingredients can also matter as well. Do you understand? So number 5 is that your your formulation may simply not have enough structural support. Yes, an emulsion is not held together by the emulsifier alone. Like I said earlier, you need fatty acids. You need you need fatty alcohols rather. You need fatty alcohols. You need waxes. You need polymers, and you need other structural ingredients that can contribute to the internal architecture of the product. Every time I say architecture in skincare formulation, some of my students are like, are we building a house? Yes, just the way when you're building a house, you need proper architectural design to create a house that will not fall or collapse or cause any problem. That's the same way you need a proper architectural structure for your skincare formulation, right? Sometimes the problem is not that your emulsifier is bad. No, the problem most of the time is that the formula doesn't have enough structural support to hold it together. So when you blend or you emulsify, there's nothing to help the emulsifier hold that droplet or the droplets that it's supposed to hold, and then it just collapses and separates. Now, number 6 is adding ingredients at the wrong stage. This is another one that is very, very important. A lot of people think you're just supposed to just add everything into the bowl. Just put everything into the bowl and mix it together. That's not how it works. Some ingredients, right, can affect the viscosity of your product. Some ingredients can affect the electrolyte balance of your product. Some of them can affect the pH of your product, or basically the overall stability of an emulsion. So that's why professional formulation is not simply phase A, phase B, mix everything together and you just hope for the best. That's why if that's what you're doing, you need to change, or you need to join my classes. And number 7, right, is your pH. Your pH and your overall ingredient compatibility. This is another one that a lot of people overlook. A lot of people overlook this particular part. A formulation can look perfect immediately after production and still become unstable when the pH changes or when certain ingredients interact with the system, right? This is why stability has to be designed into the formulation rather than discovering it when you have already failed or when the formula has already separated. It is very, very important to have a structure, a product, develop your product appropriately, right? So when my formula failed, right, rather than going in and adding more xanthan gum or x amount of emulsifier, or just doing anything at all, I stopped and I went back to the drawing board, right? I went back to the structure of the formula. I asked myself, what is exactly failing here, right? I adjusted the system, processed it again, and this time, look at what we created. A very beautiful, beautiful cream. I'm going to give the proper tutorial, should I call it a tutorial, or proper formula for this product in my next video. So if you're not following me already, or you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Sele Khalil. Join the family by subscribing down below so that you can see the new formula that I adjusted and created this beautiful product. And this is the part I really want you to understand, right? A professional formulator doesn't panic when a cream separates. It happens to the best of us, right? It's not a problem. A professional formulator troubleshoots. They look at the formula, they look at the phases, they look at the emulsifier system, they look at the processing, they look at the pH, and then they look at the product architecture, right? Because formulation is not just knowing which ingredient to put into a beaker. A lot of people, everybody does that. Because you're able to pick ingredients and put in a beaker and mix it together, it doesn't make you a formulator. What makes you a formulator is understanding why those ingredients are there in the first place and how they work together to build a stable product. That's what makes you a proper formulator. And honestly, this is exactly the kind of thinking we go much deeper into inside our product development circle. If you have not joined our product development circle and you say you are a proper formulator, then I don't know what you're doing. We have 4 levels in our product development circle, and level 1 is just join the level 1, and then you can come back and tell me what you think, because I don't want to teach you how to copy formulas. If you have been following me from the day 1, you know that I hate to teach you just to copy formulas, because yes, that's what a lot of people want. And I can go on and say I want to just show you I want to just give you my formulas and take your money and go away. But I get frustrated when people come to me and all they want is just formulas. And that's why for a long time I stopped giving training. But now we are back. I want to teach you how to think like a product developer. That's what I'm trying to do. So inside the program, we go beyond individual ingredients and recipes. We look at product structure. We look at formulation architecture. We look at ingredient selection. we look at compatibility, stability, and the actual process of developing a product from concept to finished formulation. Yes, that's what we do. So if you've been learning formulations from YouTube and you're ready to understand what is actually happening behind the formula, I'll leave the information for the product development circle in the description bar. We have different levels. Like I said, you can join us and learn how to develop products with intention rather than just copying somebody else's formula or somebody else's recipe, right? Now, this was supposed to be a base that I want to use to pro mix or to fast formulate two different products. This is actually a base for two different custom products that I'm working on, right? So if you want to see how I made this product and explain the ingredients with all the measurements and all of that, then I would want you to join the family by subscribing down below. And if you haven't watched the full formulation video that I did last week, where I made a beautiful brightening body cream from scratch, then you need to go and watch that video as well. I'll put it somewhere on the screen or in the description below. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I will definitely see you in the next video. Make sure you turn on your post notification, because I'm going to put the formula and the how-to video of this particular formulation that I'm showing on this video in my next video. So if you're not following already, I said it multiple times, if you're not following already, please subscribe, turn on your post notification, leave your comments in the comment section if you've experienced this and what you did. Let me know other videos that you want me to do, and I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Bye.